Hi, my name's Tim. I'm an entrepreneur here in Chicago. I actually come from the venture capital private equity industry. I was in that industry for about 10 years before leaving the business about 18 months ago to try to launch my own food startup. We're trying to disrupt the breakfast snacking category. So yeah, Gustavo has helped me throughout my journey as an entrepreneur. You know, he's kind of like the senior leader on our team. He makes sure we have a very diverse team with different backgrounds. We have thought leaders on co-manufacturing, on finance, on branding, on food science, and we're working with all different partners. And the best part about working with Gustavo is he brings our product all together and makes sure that we're on the same page, and is constantly pushing us to think outside the box and think about the importance of the customer and the brand and the big picture. So I would say that's the value I get most out of my relationship with Gustavo, which is invaluable as an entrepreneur. Yeah, and I think also from a leadership perspective, he's constantly challenging me, and reminding me that I'm the face of the company, and I have to act like it, and I have to be a constant example of what that means to be a leader. I think in my previous life, I've had different leadership roles, but they've been very functional, for lack of a better word, like small teams. And this is basically, it's your vision, it's your baby, it's pulling the team together. So I think he's constantly challenging me to think like a true leader, not like a project leader, but a leader of a business. In a room of a lot of meetings with 10 or 12 different minds, he's kind of like the chairman of the board is the way that I like to think about him as of our company, meaning like he'll ask you challenging questions to make sure you're thinking about things the right way, not because he necessarily agrees with it, but he wants to challenge like how much conviction you have with your assumption or with your belief. So I think the unique approach is that most people only think through branding or leadership or naming the business or co-manufacturing, and Gustavo has this really interesting strategic is like an understatement, but strategic approach that is always pushing me to like think bigger, not functionally but aspirationally, and how as a team we can get better, concept better, everything better. It's constantly pushing you forward. Yeah, so what I recommend Gustavo, and why this is the easiest question I'll answer this year. So yeah, in a heartbeat. The main reason why I would say is because I think as a former finance person, when you talk about like return on investment, and not from a numbers perspective, but return on the time you get out of someone, I get way more from Gustavo than anyone I've worked with this year. By that I mean he teaches me things and it makes me think in a way that when I leave working with him or when I leave his presence, I take those learnings and those strategies and those thought processes with me throughout my life. So I think, I don't know if he even realizes this, but working with him on this project has made me think like about life differently, has made me think about other projects differently, because he has a unique approach that is constantly challenging me, constantly making me try to be a better person, a better business leader, a better manager, and just for lack of a better person, like a better individual. So I think it's that's the thing I think that's the most special about working with Gustavo, is that you get what you pay for, but then you get like this wealth of knowledge and insight and strategy and kind of this North Star approach where it's like he's constantly challenging you to think like how to get to the next level and how to be a better company or human or person. So that's my favorite part about working with Gustavo all day long.